Getting a double-digit lead on LeBron and the Lakers. Only to falter down the stretches. Booker winding up with a nasty right-hand slam.
Can't jump. I might be afraid. Take that.
Montrezl Harrell continues to play an outstanding game. Booker, deep three, and registers the long-range bomb.
Finish. Booker goes behind the back. Booker, that's sweet.
So just the other day, the NBA announced the reserves for the All-Star team for the West and the East. Now, I'll say this, there really wasn't anybody that surprised me that was on that list that shouldn't have been. But what really surprised me, this man right here, Devin Booker, was not named an All-Star. Now, I will say, like I said, I think everybody deserves it that was on there, but you cannot leave this guy off that roster. Now, we'll go a little bit more into detail about that, guys, but today we're bringing you the 99 overall Devin Booker, the scoring machine build. Now, the funny thing is, when I was going to look at his dribble moves and all that kind of stuff like that, you could see he's a scoring machine, which my guy is. He's 6'5", and he's 210 pounds. Now, when I went back and looked at my guy, it was funny to see this. My guy's also 6'5", weighs 210, and is also a scoring machine. So this build, you guys cannot comment. This is a perfect Devin Booker build. Guys, I don't want to go into too much detail why I think Devin Booker is in the intro. Real quickly, I'm going to show you guys all the badges that we ended up using. Now, I did try to change it up just a little bit based on how Devin Booker plays. You probably could have said for the shooting, to be honest, you could have put difficult shots, but you don't really need difficult shots this year, I don't feel like, unless you're doing just like step backs every single play. And they're the playmaking badges right here. I will recommend, guys, you to take off tight handles and put on an ankle breaker, because I do feel like that's probably one of the better badges now that tight handles doesn't really work that often after, you know, the patch. You can even take off Unpluggable 1 and put it on ankle breaker, but this is the badges that we ended up using. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Real quickly, I will show you all the animations that we did end up using, from the dribble moves, the post moves, the jump shot. We're all using these animations, which are Devin Booker's. And now, I didn't get to practice with this, so you guys are seeing the very first time I got to use it. We went on the 2's court, got some good gameplay for you. Hopefully you do enjoy. Comment down below which NBA player you'd like to see next. Even comment down below who you think should have made the All-Star team. If there's any, snubs in your opinion, go ahead and comment that as well. But hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Now, guys, before we get too much into the gameplay, I just want to say this. There is nobody on the All-Star roster that I don't believe deserves it, all right? Everybody's, comparison like CP3, Westbrook, Donovan Mitchell's, like you got to think Devin Booker goes over one of them, but I think they all deserve it. You can argue your case, but today we're going to go a little bit into Devin Booker, guys. Like I said beforehand, I am using all of his animations, his jump shot, his fadeaway, his dribble moves, and guys, the dribble moves are so bad. If you saw beforehand, they're all normal, but the jump shot, I'm not going to lie to you, it's pretty cash. I don't know what it is about jump shot 4, but it kind of feels like 38. It's pretty smooth, pretty quick. But I don't want to talk too much about the gameplay right now. Like I said, Devin Booker, guys, he's got a really interesting case. You guys know the Suns have kind of been like a joke of a franchise for like the past, I can't even think how long. I know ever since Devin Booker's been there, but at least 5 years, they haven't been really good. This year, they have taken a step forward. You guys remember DeAndre Ayton got suspended in the beginning of the year, missed the first 25 games, but you can't really say that's the reason why the Suns aren't performing, because the Suns actually performed really well. I don't know off the top of my head exactly what their record was when DeAndre Ayton was gone, but it definitely was a winning record. I remember people were talking about the Suns at the beginning of the year, saying they were legit, saying they were a good team, and they're definitely not bad. They have a pretty solid roster, and a lot of people are trying to I feel like they're trying to talk like the Suns are super far back from an 8th seed. If you guys go look, everybody's been talking about like the Pelicans, might get an 8th seed, but the Suns right now, as of today, as I'm doing the video, they're actually a game above the Pelicans for that 8th seed, and they're only 4 games out from that 8th seed. Like I said, the Suns aren't awful, and Devin Booker is having a career year. He's averaging 27, 6, and 4 on 51% shooting. With numbers like that, you got to think he's pulling like tons of shots, which he is, and shooting like 42, 43%. But that's not the case. If he was shooting like that, I would 100% agree. You know, you're just throwing up shots he has to. The team's not performing well. He did not deserve to be an all-star. But if you're putting up 27, 6, and 4 on 51% shooting, I don't think you guys understand how insane that is. There's actually a stat that said the only people to average like those kind of numbers on that percentage of shooting were Steph Curry, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Oscar Robertson, and Larry Bird. That's it, guys. In the whole NBA history to average at least 27, 6, and 4 on 50% shooting. That's the only people that have done it. The guy's having an amazing season. Like I said, the Suns aren't that far off from the 8th seed. I just don't understand how you can really not include this guy, but at the same time, you can't really take anybody off the that roster. So it's just a tough predicament. To be honest with you, it's kind of the NBA's fault with the formatting. You guys know the NBA doesn't even really have any. It's kind of like a positionless game nowadays. You know, they had the front court and the back court. You know, small forwards, they have to vote. A lot of people were saying the same thing about Jimmy Butler, how he didn't make the All-Star starters. Obviously, he's an All-Star, but you could very much so argue with him going into the the starting role, even if with the front court players that were on there. But look at that move. I don't know what that was, and I actually got it to work. But you could even argue Jimmy Butler could have been on there. But Devin Booker, the case is, you can say like if you look at Donovan Mitchell's stats, they're not as good as Devin Booker's. But at the same time, the Jazz, I think, are like in the 3rd seed or something like that. They're obviously like a top seed in the going to the playoffs, so you have to reward that, and that's really what it comes down to with Devin Booker. There's just better players like Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Donovan Mitchell. Those guys are all in the playoff picture. Chris Paul obviously carrying that Thunder team, so he definitely deserves a spot. Everybody kind of wrote him off and wrote the Thunder off. But I even tweeted in the beginning of the year, if you guys want to go on my Twitter and look, like in October, I was like, this Thunder team, the way they have them like right now in their roster, this is not a bad team. And I knew they were going to be legit. I thought they were going to make the playoffs, and it's looking like they are. But like I said, that's what it comes down to. One, the way that they do like the backcourt and front court, having to have a certain amount of players for each one, that kind of kept Devin Booker off. You could say Rudy Gobert in that case maybe not should have made it, but he's having a pretty good year. Like I said, the Jazz are good. Donovan Mitchell is having a pretty good year. And like I said, the Jazz are good. The Suns aren't. That's really what it comes down to. It's kind of a weird debate. Obviously, like with Trae Young, I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan. The Hawks are not good this year. You can, blame it with a young roster. You could say John Collins was suspended for 25 games. You can say whatever you want, but Trae Young's having a great season. I can kind of understand it. Maybe if Kyrie Irving wasn't hurt and missed a lot of those games, I can see how Trae Young could be a backup just because of the team stats. But individual stats alone, Trae Young definitely should have been a starter. But that's what it comes down to, man. I think Devin Booker is a great player. If anybody gets injured, I don't want to wish an injury on anybody. But if somebody gets injured now in between then, you could definitely see Devin Booker taking that spot. He did get like really high votes, I'm pretty sure, from his teammates, not the teammates, but some players in the league. Definitely thought he should have been in there. I obviously thought he should have been too. It's pretty interesting. Let me know down below in the comment section, do you think Devin Booker should have made it over any of those guys? And give me a valid reason why you think. But guys, if you've been watching this, I've been going crazy. It's crazy to think that that Devin Booker is actually a scoring machine, 6'5", 210 pounds, exactly how like my scoring machine is. And having a career year like he is, I had to throw it up there. But if you guys have looked at Devin Booker's stats as well, I will say this. They have progressed every single season that he's been in the NBA, all 5 seasons. He's had progressed stats that are actually going up and up every single time. Even this year, he's averaging more points. He's shooting better. The Suns are playing better. So I can see Devin Booker having a good, I can see him having a pretty solid, debate for being an all-star next year. I definitely think he can. I think if the Suns can get like one more piece, if they want to put him with Devin Booker, as much as I would have liked to see him with the Atlanta Hawks, if they get another solid, scoring piece around Devin Booker, or I don't know exactly what he needs, but if they get another solid piece, you can see the Suns easily making the playoffs. And again, like I said, you can't even write them off for this year. But this last gameplay, these guys really weren't that good. I'm telling you, man, even with shot meter, this Devin Booker jump shot was wet. Obviously the dribble moves aren't good. If you're using any normal dribble moves and you can get pro dribble moves, you're just gonna be moving really slow. You really can't combo too many things with this, to be honest with you. I had takeover right here. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you guys know once you get takeover, you just have to put up some dumb shots. So that's what I do. I do a couple dribble moves, snatch it back, go behind the back right now. I try to hit him with a spin jumper, but it gives me a step back, even though it was like probably 40% contested. You know, we end up missing it. And at that point, you already know the comeback is real. These guys weren't good, but like the way they were just setting screens and moving around, just playing awkwardly. I know you guys have been around that. The people that play awkward at the park are always the most difficult ones to win against. But you can see I'm already blinking red. I have to do a little bit of my zigzag, 2K17 zigzag cheese. Dot Ryan in the corner. Everybody asking what his jump shot is. It's like Ben Simmons, and I don't even think he has corner specialist. And Ryan is delayed. If you guys have been around the channel, you guys know he's from EU, so he's delayed, hitting shots in the corner. I'm using normal dribble moves, a new jump shot for the very first time, and I'm pretty sure we went like 15-1. We lost our last game because we were just kind of messing around. The people we played came back and played us like a million times. But last play right here, Dot Ryan, he ends up missing it, but my guy has a decent rebound. Get the good rebound right here. Drop step. He has to respect my size. Throw it out to Ryan. He cashes it out for the game. But guys, if you did enjoy the video, man, make sure you drop a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's been your boy Dignified, and I'm out. Peace.